Hi, Peter. How are you doing?
Nicola, I'm great. Very
Good.
well. And yourself?
Thank you for agreeing to this interview. I can't wait to find out about your business. So, can we just start with tell me what you do and how long you've been doing it for?
Sure. So, Nicola, I'm the founder of a company called Fieldscope International. Um, it's a market research fielding agency, and we
Okay.
specialize mainly with the pharmaceutical companies to do research for them on the statistical side, analytical side. So it's not exactly drug testing, but it's market research. I've been doing this, Nicola, for the last, I was 15 when I came into the industry. I'm now 37. So I've been doing it for more than 20 years, but then with FieldScope, I've been doing it for 13 years. So I founded the company in 2009.
Amazing. I didn't realize it'd been going that long. That's really good. So you started when you were 15. How did you get into that then?
Yeah, well, research is, well, market research in particular is something you just stumble into, right? So I was doing uni or college or whatever it was at the time, studying, and then my sister just said, "Hey, listen, there's an easy job you want to do, work in a call center," right? And that was years ago, and I think it was with Ipsos then.
Yeah.
So stumbled up onto it, and it was just at first just something to get a bit of cash on the side, and then it turned out into a career.
Wow, impressive. And tell us where you are now, because you're not in London at the moment, are you?
No, Nicola, now I spend a lot of time in the Balkan region. So my family's from a country called Serbia. Got married there. My missus is from there. But I do a lot of the seaside, Montenegro, Croatia, Serbia. But you can't escape London and New York because that's where the business is at, right?
Yeah.
So I usually spend a lot of my times on the coast in Montenegro. The weather is better out there.
Nice life. So, but your business, you've got an office in London, I believe, and what you've
Yes.
got. Tell us
So,
about
so
your offices.
Sure, Nicola. We have an office in London. Actually, we've just recently opened another one in South Africa. So we have London, New York, Belgrade, Sofia, Malawi, which is Blantyre, and also Johannesburg, which is in South Africa. So altogether, about six offices now.
Wow, that's impressive. So, tell me, what's thinking about the past? What's your biggest learning so far in all those years you've been doing that a long time? Is the one learning that stands out to you?
Yeah, I have failed gazillion times. I have miscalculated more than I can even count. I've disappointed many, many clients, but I've also won during the way. So I think what I've learned is that just because you fail and just because you may need to give it another shot doesn't mean you should stop. So if somebody asked me when I was starting business, what's the meaning of success? I would say, okay, do a Floyd Mayweather 100% success rate, have 15 fights, win 15 fights, but it's not quite like that in business. You trip and you fall more than you actually win. But the main thing you need to do, Nicola, which is what I've learned, is just to keep going because as the time changes, as you're failing forward and you're learning along the way.
Exactly. It's all learning. Every failure is a learning point. You have to take that learning, don't you? If you
Yes,
don't, then then it's no use to fail, is there?
exactly.
Okay, thank you for that. So if you think back during your career and the people that you've worked with, has there been an inspirational leader that's or a coach that's inspired you the most?
Yeah, I think you've caught me off guard there. But if I was just to quickly think back, I always liked watching Sir Alan Sugar back
Right.
in the days. Yeah, because
Yeah.
and I'm going back. I don't even know if he's still on TV anymore. I know he used to own. I think it was Amgen. I can't remember what it was. But I used to watch him quite a lot on this show that used to be back then, where people used to apply to be part of his firm,
The
and just
Apprentice.
yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
still going.
There's been a lot more other characters that have come in, other business moguls. But I
Yeah.
remember at the time, I really liked his business model. I liked the way he presented himself, harsh at the times when he needs to be harsh, but also compassionate when he needs to be compassionate. So I think for me, I used to look up to Alan Sugar when I was younger. Now I sort of like look up to my future self. So I try to be better than what I was yesterday. So my hero or my sort of like business leader is myself tomorrow,
I love
myself
that.
next week,
Yeah,
myself next year. So I'm always chasing my future self as an inspiration.
that's an excellent mentality. Yeah, really good. Nice one. So thinking about today and the industry that you're working in, what is inspiring you the most at the moment?
I think it's the way it's changing, Nicola. We used to really be able to plan 5 yearly, 3 yearly, but now because of the business climate that we're in, we sort of like need to adapt very quickly. At the last time I did a business analysis, I think during this last 3 years, we planning quarterly, not even yearly. So what's inspiring me is the challenges that we're going through. Um, I think I was getting a bit slower in business, but because of the new challenges, I'm really having to think faster than what I used to. So the challenges that we are currently going through with economical crisis, with different parts of the world being at war, with COVID, those challenges are inspiring me to be a better businessman.
That's really key at the moment, isn't it? And a lot of businesses in the last few years have had to pivot and move into different areas. Is that something that you've had to do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
One of the reasons why we have 6 offices is just because of diversifying.
yeah,
So we realized that what was comfortable then is actually doesn't cut it today. So we have to constantly keep changing, constantly keep bringing out new products, because the competition is actually quite tough at the moment. So we have to keep adapting our business model to actually survive. It's not even a luxury anymore, Nicola. It's a case of you must change your business strategy as frequently as possible so you keep adapting with the climate, with the economical climate that's actually very unpredictable at the moment.
thank you. So is there one challenge particularly that you're working on at the moment? What's your sort of biggest challenge at the moment?
Yeah, I'd say biggest excitement at the moment is
Good,
Africa.
good
Yes,
twist. Yeah, I like that.
yes. Nicola, we've realized that the West is great. It'll always be a big player, but now a lot of companies, a lot of economies are looking towards emerging markets, right? So we're looking at Africa now, and that's why we have our 2 offices there. We're looking at it as the next biggest thing because it's so undiscovered and so and tapped into in many industries. We're thinking that's the next biggest challenge, but opportunity at the same time.
It's really exciting. I'm hearing that a lot, actually. Whereabouts? So, you said South Africa. What other African countries are you looking at?
Yeah, so if I had a magic wand right now, I would say I would want South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and maybe somewhere in the north, maybe Egypt. So, but we've started very small and very conservative because obviously, baby steps. So we've only started in the southern part of Africa. So we're now in South Africa and in Malawi. But Nigeria is a big player, Nicola, because they have I think over 200 million people. So anywhere where you see big populations in Africa,
Yeah,
that's where
that's
a
where you
lot
want
of
to be.
business are rushing to. Yes.
Thank you very much. So one last question for you. Do you have any favorite quotes or sayings?
Yes, I
I can
do.
imagine you do.
Can I pick my own?
You can, yeah.
Okay. It's not
100%.
actually it's not actually my own, but I go by this. Just don't get it perfect, get it done. So there's no need to worry about perfection, to worry about, you know what, let's take it back to the kitchen and let's add more spices, or let's take it back to the drawing board. No, whatever it is that you baked up or created at that time, send it out in the market, test it out, real-time examples. If that doesn't work, implement, strategize, and move on and shift from there. So don't procrastinate. Don't get it perfect. Just get it done. That's
Really,
one of my favorite
it's a
quotes.
really good one. Really good one. Thank you. And is there anything, just another final question, is there anything that you would like to promote for your business now? Is there anywhere for us to go and have a look, or who are you looking for, particularly for your business at the moment?
Sure. So we target mainly the pharma industry. So our end clients are end pharma, the Pfizers, the Johnson and Johnsons, the GSKs, any end farmers. But then obviously you have consulting companies as well that do a lot of research for these end farmers. Right now, I think if I was to put out a message out there and send out a vibration, it would be Africa is ready. We do European markets, but if you're looking for like a really good, strong partner to do research in Africa that's efficient and understands what kind of delivery strategies you need, I'd say look at FieldScope International, because we're actually based in Africa and we're ready for business.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks for today. I really enjoyed that.
Thanks for having me, Nicola. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, Em.